Hi guys, this is Frenchie and I can't believe I graded for Riot Games. I graded 2 spots directed and shot by Sam Coe. During the 2 weeks of my project, I decided to film the whole process for you. I wanted to share with you the whole experience I've been through.
I'm recording, it's pretty late.
As an editor and a colorist on this piece. During the shooting of this video, I realized that I lived a lot of experiences that actually is not talked about that much in the color grading YouTube sphere. So for you, I made 5 chapters about different things that came out during the project. Are you ready to follow my day as a colorist? Let's go! Hi guys! In today's episode, first episode as Follow My Day as a Colorist, we are going to talk about how to get more color grading opportunities, something that could help you break in the industry. But before we are starting, this video is brought to you by Audiio. Audiio is a music and sound effect licensing website that gives you access to amazing artists and tracks to choose from. To make this video, I used the Link Match AI feature. This allows you to post a link from any songs you would like in your video, and Audiio will find matching musics that you can choose from. This is a feature that makes me earn so much time in my editing, because when I edit, I often have a non-royalty free music in my head. Then I have to find a music that I can have the license, and it can take me hours and hours for that. For example, in this video, for my little intro / trailer, I wanted to have a music like the soundtrack of Man of Steel. So I took the link via YouTube and pasted it inside the Link Match AI tool, and Audiio found me multiple musics that have the similar vibe, and especially one that is actually pretty impressive because the vibe is the same and the chord progression is actually the same. So this feature is available with an Audiio Pro subscription. Audiio is offering for you guys 70% off on your first year of subscription to Audiio Pro. If you want to enroll in the Audiio Pro subscription and support my channel, click on the link in the description and type SAVE70 to get 70% off and enjoy all the library of amazing artists and musics that Audiio has. Thank you so much, Audiio, for sponsoring the video. So by filming this video over weeks of project, it made me reflect on multiple subjects that actually I was doing during my day of work. The first thing that came into my mind when I started to record the making of this project for Riot Games is actually that you can give a tremendous amount of value to production houses if you are coupling color grading with another position in post-production. Why do I say that? It's because on the 2 projects I was with Riot Games, which is the Pacific Championship Series and the Vietnamese Championship Series, I was an editor and colorist on it.
Hey guys, so I'm on a shoot today. Normally I don't really go out from my office, but today is the day of going out, and I'm on a shoot because I'm the editor and the colorist for a project, and this project is for Riot Games. Riot Games is the company that owns League of Legends.
Before I go deep dive into this subject and what it could bring you, I would like to present you Sam Coe, who is the director and the director of photography for the 2 projects I was on. Here's a bit of story of what the projects are.
So this was a very interesting project, and maybe I'll take a step back on this. A friend of mine, Armand, who is the creative within Riot Games, he had a few concepts that he wanted to do. So for example, he knew that he wanted something in the desert and sort of these wandering souls, and there's a bit of magic that takes place. And fortunately enough, he's given me a lot of creative freedom to explore what that could be in terms of a visual piece and also in terms of story. So for PCS, it was very similar. So they knew they wanted a blacksmith, they knew they wanted something with fire and lights, and so I wanted to create something that was similar to what was happening within PCS. So PCS was expanding the League of the Pacific region. They were expanding to incorporate different leagues, so in Japan or Australia and things like that. So I wanted to create something that was formulating together, and so this was a discussion back and forth with Armand as well. So credit due for him. He's come up with a lot of great ideas. So you've got the axe, you've got the arrows, and within the video game itself, these are relevant weapons, and they're small. So it's like they're all great individually, and together they can create something remarkable.
Okay, so coupling color grading with another position in post-production, what does it do for you? If you are a beginner, it gives more reasons to production houses to trust you with their project. By coupling color grading with another position in the post-production process, you are making the production house more comfortable with their timeline, because there is no back and forth between multiple people in the post-production pipeline. You can get the work done faster, especially within the DaVinci Resolve ecosystem. By doing that, you are showing to the production house that they can be confident in you for future projects, especially color grading jobs. When I first started color grading, I had to package my color grading skills with other skills in post-production to have production houses calling me. So during that time, I was editing plus grading, or I was grading plus cleaning up, or I was editing, grading, and cleaning up. I also recommend for beginners to do this, because more you are discovering skills in the post-production, better you will be to solve problems in the future as a colorist. By doing this, I met a lot of people that trusted me with their projects and that are now regular collaborators for my grading jobs. So second, it will imply that you are a problem solver. By taking the project with 2 or 3 positions in the post-production pipeline, you'll be more invested in this one. That also means that you'll be more aware of the problems going on in the project. That being said, for you to achieve to solve their issue is the best for long-lasting relationship with them. You are not an operator anymore, and you are not a vendor anymore. You are the problem solver, and you are the centerpiece of the post-production. How's the process actually of editing and color grading?
To be very frank, the budget wasn't that great. So if we diluted the work between different people, then you also dilute the resources, and then you dilute time. So that didn't make any sense. So yeah, you can have a great director, but if you don't have a great director of photography, and that's just me tooting my own horn, why would I hire a director of photography that fits the budget, say it's a smaller budget, when I feel I can confidently do it myself? So that's been very great. And likewise, if we had hired another editor, we would have lengthened the process of, we need to tweak something, we need to go back and forth, which I mean, we only had about 5 or 6 days of post-production. Obviously we went over that, and thank you for RIOT for giving us a bit more luxury of time. But I've worked with Chloe for so many projects, and so if any great project comes my way, it's definitely with her, because we really understand each other's vibe. We understand that we're both here to create great work. So it's not about how do I feel, or what do I want, or I think this is right. We've done so many to understand that we've got 2 objectives. One, the first objective is always create the best possible piece, and the second objective is give it to the clients, because time is of the essence. So once we had made the film, we feel that in our own cut we can create something brilliant. Then when the clients come in and they want to change stuff, I know that Chloe is also flexible enough to say, we got to deliver by Tuesday, and it's Sunday night. So we got to give it to them as best as we can within the limited time that we have. And she's excellent at that. But not just in terms of workflow and work attitude. She brings her own flavor into the equation without being arrogant or stubborn about it. So she'll bring a flavor, she has her own ideas without stealing the light of the show, which for me, it's just, why would you want anybody else, right? Having somebody that grows with you, I think it's brilliant. And it's not to say that Chloe will be my only offline editor, but I'm sure there will be many. But she's so brilliant, really. Yeah. And in terms of color grading, you can have the clients looking at something that looks about right as well. I mean, you've got DaVinci Resolve that is all inclusive, and able for you to jump back and forth without feeling like you're extracting teeth. It's not a painful process.
Third, the bad side of it is for you to be labeled as at the other position you couple the color grading with. So for example, you are labeled as an editor instead of a colorist. So you see, there are some drawbacks of you being an editor colorist or a colorist VFX artist, or the three of them. It can make you stay stuck in the wrong label. In the industry, productions love to put labels on their vendors. It is normal because you need to quickly decide who's gonna fit for the projects when you are forming your team of vendors. Staying too long as an editor colorist, for example, can make you stuck in this position as editor colorist or as an editor instead of a colorist. So this is something to consider. My advice, if you are a beginner colorist and you are looking for jobs, coupling multiple positions in the post-production pipeline will make you break through and have the ball rolling. If you are someone already confirmed in color grading and that have a career that is already going on, you can couple multiple positions in post-production if it's for a project that is worth it to your eyes. So for example, in my case, I wanted to edit and grade for Riot Games because it would give them more reasons to hire me. I also wanted these projects to be in my showreel. That being said, you will have to be careful trading with this method of finding jobs because you could be categorized in a position you don't want to specialize in. My advice, especially for beginners, is that do this method until you find your reel decent and your network decent, then transition to color grading jobs only. Okay, that's all for me, guys. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you want more tips to help you in your color grading career, subscribe to the channel. I see you next week in the next video to talk about camera LUTs. See you guys!